Hello there, it's me, it's Gabriel, and tonight I am not going to be singing, I'm going to be speaking, because I have no idea what to do, and sometimes that's just how it goes. Sometimes you just try to go with the flow. It's been kind of an interesting weekend. I did have practice, and since then, it's only been one day. Today's Monday, but I got and did some yoga today. I relaxed, tried to zen, kind of focus in and rest up. Some of you will be seeing me on July 4th, which is when my next video might go up. We'll see. Yeah, probably not. I probably won't do a video this Thursday, actually, because I'll be in DC at that point. Going up a day early. Might be missing a viola lesson. We'll see. See if I can move it up a little bit, or maybe I'll just drive in and get there super late on Wednesday. But so yeah, I'm going to DC. It's going to be exciting. I have been to DC several times. I went in 8th grade and saw Arlington Cemetery and the Hollywood Cemetery. And for those of you who don't know, Hollywood means fallen angels. And the fact that we have a lot of presidents buried there is like, oops. Who are those people? Especially when you look at some of those tombs. The fact that a vampire was seen running into one. Yeah, there was like this tunnel that collapsed. And apparently there's some weird stuff that happened afterwards where somebody ran into someone who was seen escaping from the tunnel collapse. Ran into a grave. That is a gated grave that goes into the side of a hill, like as if it goes underground or something. I don't know. Who knows what's going on in DC? Because DC lies on a ley line, which intersects. So a ley line is like a line that covers the span of the globe. So if you drew a line between DC and Stonehenge, it would intersect many cities and Central Park. So it's like, and then along that line there's these magnetic anomalies, as though there's some kind of electrical current running through there. And you know, a lot of people speculate there are underground transportation systems in cities. And so, you know, is Central Park really just like, you know, a train station for the fallen angels in Hollywood? Like, I don't know. I like Central Park. I had a nice walk through there, but that's not important, it looks like. So, gonna be in DC. I've been there, yeah, once in 8th grade. I went again during summer camp. I was there. There's some weird vibes at times. Sometimes it's a fun place to be. You know, the Washington Memorial, it's like 660 feet tall, and there's a law that says nothing else can be taller than that in DC, which is like, like what? Everything about that is super questionable. And it's an obelisk, which is like, as I've said before, like a very phallic symbol. Some people think it represents the, you know, when Nimrod was broken up or shattered, whatever, into 13 pieces, and then that's like his phallus. I don't know. I don't think we need obelisks. And the fact that the Vanderbilts are building them, and George Washington, I mean, oh, George Washington, it's like, officer in the British Army commands an army that does nothing, and then the French artillery come in and win a battle for him, and it's like, oh, George Washington, what a great guy. He redesigned some uniforms. Man, we should really venerate that character. And oh, he started a central bank. Great job. Because, you know, profits from the central bank go overseas. That's what Jackson kept saying. It's like, as long as we're going to do this, we may as well keep the money. And then that money transfer that was overseas causes liquidity and people just don't have anything to trade with, so they end up trading slaves and land instead of just having, silver and gold. So that, not only does it cause moral issues, but then it, pushes people into owning slaves, which is like, ugh. That's what happened to Andrew Jackson. The first 6 or 7 slaves he got were in payment for legal services. So he has 2 options. He can either not charge any money for his legal services, or he can accept that payment because there's just no other forms of liquidity. Those are the people who end up with the big monuments. And that's not the only weird monument. Look at the 9/11 memorial. Oh my goodness. Where did that radiation come from? How did those people get cancer at such high rates? It's because there was a bomb in... Man, I shouldn't even go there. But they're giving it to you. They're giving it to you in the memorial. They're saying, look at that black cube. Look, that little cube that's cut out there, that's the elevator shaft, and it's one of many places they put explosives. But the bedrock was melted, and to melt bedrock, you need some heat. You need some, you need some heat. And Trump said he thinks he knows who did 9/11, and that's good. There are new grand juries being paneled for those investigations, and that's gonna be in people's minds are gonna blow. People already know a lot of them, but yeah. So, mark your calendars. Here we go. It's a new phase right here. It's July 4th. My parents got married on July 4th. And, it's interesting. Because my cousin, I only have 2 first cousins. One of them got married on July 2nd. So, July's a good month. It's the 7th month of the year. 7's a good number, and so here we are. We're in July, and yeah, it's an exciting time. A time of change, for sure. And I'm just trying to stay with it, because I'm making some new habits, I'm doing some new stuff, and, I'm either going to be successful or have some issues. Well, I'm definitely going to have some issues, but I don't know. Hopefully, I can do well. This is the first time I'm, going to DC by myself, though. And, yeah. I drove to Philly once by myself for a tournament. It's about the furthest I've gone. That was a fun tournament. I was playing with the Tufts guys. Those are good guys. And yeah, they did good. They did good this year. So yeah. Supposed to be speaking. I'm just kind of rambling right now. Got next weekend off from Frisbee. Weekend after that, I'll be in Colorado. Got a Select Flight Series tournament. First Select Flight Series tournament. It's going to be exciting. Man, I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, that's on the docket for me, Got to plan out some meals because I'm thinking a lot about what I eat. Thinking a lot about what goes into my body these days. And yeah, even though you're not getting any music tonight, there's plenty of songs you can listen to. Plenty of good music out there. And, you know, there's this guy named Ralph C. Lincoln, and he looks exactly like Abraham Lincoln, and he lives in Illinois, and guards the, or not guards, but he hosts tours and stuff for the Lincoln property there. And, yeah, it would be great. It would be great to see him. He looks just like Abraham Lincoln. It's interesting. And, you know, Abraham Lincoln, there's such a weird thing about him where he, like, did all this stuff to help instigate the Civil War, but then also, like, clearly wasn't that much of a puppet, or else he wouldn't have assassinated him. And he didn't, I mean, he did a service by not going along with the 12% loans offered by the National City Bank chaired loan committee, as I've talked about in the past. So I don't know. It's so interesting, like, people's reputations, they are so muddled sometimes. Everyone has dark and light. And man, it's hard to change someone's mind. I'm facing that one. And you get free will, so what are you gonna do? Trying to learn when there are those diminishing returns. I could do a better job of that. Because sometimes, like Jesus once said, like, why would I tell you about extraterrestrials if you can't even conceive of earthly things, or if you can't accept earthly things? And that's something I could do better, because I always, like, don't pace anything well, but then on top of that, oh man, on top of that, I really want to share the truth. That's the thing about the truth. It's like, it's such an incredible thing that you want to share with people. So I might feel that desire a little too strongly. And if you see me at July 4th, feel free and say hi. I'm not too shy. I'll try and be a good citizen.